Good morning. It's kind of early, but thank you for being here with me again this morning. I was on my way to work this morning, or on my way to take my son to work this morning, and I was thinking about this morning. I had a dream about a family member who, in times past, had done me pretty wrong. Took advantage of the situation, and a lot of hard feelings, because of it. That was years ago, and I got over it. But this morning I'd had a dream, and then it had kind of brought back some of those hurt feelings. And as I woke up, and I began to pray and say, God, please don't let me have anger in my heart like that. Don't let those feelings, come back like that. It took a while to get over it. And as I thought about that, I began to think about how each day we choose what we're going to do with God. What are we going to do with our salvation? Each day we make a choice to pick up our cross and follow Christ, or we make a choice to not pick up our cross. Each day we make a choice as to how are we going to live. It's important that we start our days out right. It's an important thing to set a schedule. I'm going to get up and I'm going to read and I'm going to pray, and it becomes not just a habit, but it becomes a necessity of how to get your mind and your heart started each day. And those days that I don't start out on the right foot, I don't start out with at least prayer first in my life and get my mind and my heart, set. It seems like it's so much easier during the day for someone to get on my nerves, somebody to push my buttons, someone to cause me to get angry, or whatever. But it's important that each day, I suppose the thought you could look at is when you go to the places that you normally go, and you go with a bad attitude and a bad mindset, the people that you'd been trying to witness to, the people that you knew you had tried to show a Christian life, but then all of a sudden you show them the bad side, the flesh side of your life. And then in that one instance of bad attitude or angry words or frustration, you ruin your testimony. You see, you realize, and I realize, that it's easy to get angry. There's times we're going to get mad. There's times we're going to get aggravated, and our frustrations get the better of us. That's just the flesh. But when we do that, we know that it's wrong, but we also know that it happens and that we're human and it's going to happen. But when people look at you from a Christian standpoint, they're looking for an excuse as to why they should not become a Christian. They're looking for an excuse as to how can we demean them? How can we look down on them? How can we disprove their testimony, their religion, their attitude? Well, you remember that day you came in here and you was mad, and I don't know why, but you just took it out on me. That's no Christian attitude. Well, that's true. It's not. And that's a lot of the attitude of why people don't want to go to church. They say, well, if you're a Christian, Lord, I must be. Each day we get up, it's important that we start out the right way. There's times that even in the middle of the day that we get hit like a boulder with a bill that we wasn't expecting, or someone just, I guess the devil just sends somebody by to just really test you, and you just want to reach across that counter and just slap them silly and say, get a hold of yourself, man. But you can't as much as you want to. And those were the times where we have to take a break and step back and say, God, Lord, give me victory over this, because I really got hard feelings right now. I'm really angry right now, God. but I don't want to show a bad attitude. Allow His Spirit to work in us. Allow His Spirit. I depend upon His Spirit to lead me, to guide me. I depend upon Him daily, and even no matter how long you've been saved, there's going to be times, that you get tested. But each day it's important that we start out on the right foot. Do you start out on the right foot? Do you allow yourself the time? Do you make the time to say, I've got to start out on the right foot. I've got to read. I've got to pray. I've got to get my mind prepared and set for the day, so that whatever comes against you, whatever problems you may face, you've prepared yourself. God, today, Lord, you see my every need, my every problem. You see that what I'm going to face today, God. Lord, would you please, through your Spirit, guide me, lead me, give me the ability, Lord, to overcome through your love. God, keep me, Lord, when times come, would you just put in me the peace, the joy, the love. How do you start your day out? It's important that we carry that cross daily. There's not one day that we can do without carrying that cross. We can't carry that cross just on Sundays. Living the life of a Christian is a daily thing. It's something that every day we choose to or choose not to do. I don't want to do anything to dishonor God, but I know from time to time the human side of me really, more often than not, really gets a hold of us. And I just want you to think about that. I want to draw your attention this morning, today, to that thought. Preparing yourself for a daily walk, preparing yourself for the day. Remembering that each day we pick up our cross, or we choose to lay our cross down and to not show Him in our lives. Today, I hope that you're starting your day out the right way. If you're not, take time, take a break, take 10 minutes to go clear your mind. It's easy to even pull up the Bible on your phone today and get a couple scriptures in that will just kind of cool you. One thing that I've learned is times you got to step back and take a deep breath. Maybe count to 10 and just clear your mind and go back what you was going at. But today, please keep in mind that people are watching you. Even though you may not realize it, even though you may not know that they are, they're watching your life. They're watching to see how you're going to handle the situations that come upon you each day. Let's show the love of Christ in our life. Let's show God's grace in our daily walk, and let's try to lift Him up with all that we are and all that we have in our power. Let's try to show Him each day. Just a quick thought this morning. Until next time, I know that wasn't a big one, maybe not even a real important one to you, but for me, it's kind of important. Until next time, you can reach me at countryBBT1@gmail.com. I'd love to hear your testimonies, how God is working in your life and in your job. Until next time, good Lord willing, we'll see you soon. Bye.